We come to you the Today Show. We get segments where they range from interviews on the big issues.
Sierra Leone authorities said Monday that 20 people were killed and nearly 2,000 prisoners escaped during Sunday's attack on the capital.
To sport.
What a fairy tale story here. There they are, the champions of Africa.
And entertainment and simple tourism with plenty other issues.
Get ready for the roller coaster ride. It's with day-to-day story them as we dive deep into the heart of the matter.
Every weekday on Slick Television, Channel 37 from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Tune in and stay informed like never before.
The Today Show, only on Slick Television.
Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to your third edition of the Today Show. They come to you right on Slick Television, Channel 37, and we'll bring the show to you this afternoon. My name is Mohamed Tobikagbo. Before we go to the topic of discussion, first let me think around the pledge. We Salon pledge say for putting interest above all else, but in football there is a different ball game altogether, because we know plenty sonko and fet with inside with football space. So in the program this afternoon, we can look at the current infighting within with football family. What are the consequences will they affect the football family and how we will bring the peace together. But first, let me take a message of motivation. Unity in football sector is a cornerstone of progress, peace in Sierra Leone's game. Unite the nation, inspire dreams, and build a stronger future for all. But inside this Sufet, we don't get all these words what are outlined shortly in the motivational quote. But of course, we can talk lengthily around all of this, starting from the big issue within we football exco, the executive, as most people believe, say, they were there for regulate and make the policy in football, then the Bamboku Fet. But for let me talk more around this, therefore be joined by Alhaji Mansari, one of Sierra Leone's leading sports journalists. For can talk to me plenty things them where you might not know what going to happen in the football space. We'll go for a break, and when we come, we'll take for us a short excerpt between Safar Abdullahi, the Executive Director of the National Sport Authority, and the SLFA President, Thomas Daddy Brima, in the press conference will be organized between the Premier League Board and Lerock Mental Group after the break.
So say na you boss standing. What do you do it for? Bless me.
Okay, you all bite.
Somebody put 150. The bite condition, you want to see the baby in pant.
So who that you go listen to? You mama or you best buddy? Love. Marriage.
And this is the surprise. You know you always left you in the house. You feel say you still about your love.
Cheating.
Listen to me, Idris. Listen to me. I'm at your office right now. And you know in the office. You tell me say you don't go meeting. Rather than a woman you didn't sign to carry.
Romance. And love.
This is the mistake. Next time, clean it up.
The Rap Rampage Grand Final 2024, they about for light the city up. With it starts the 6th December and they run every Friday until January 3rd, 2025. This monumental rap showdown, they have...
Welcome back from the break. This is now Slick TV on Channel 37, and of course, this is now the Today Show. I just don't be joined by Alhaji Mansari with me in the studio. It's a pleasure to get you, Alhaji.
Thank you very much, Toby. Good afternoon. It's a pleasure being here. Thank you.
All right, before we go force into a discussion, a press conference be organized by Lerock Mental Group, who said they will go announce $150,000 as a sponsor for the Sierra Leone Premier League. But in this press conference, a lot of things happened, from statements from the president of the Sierra Leone Football Association and the executive director of the NSA, Dr. Emmanuel Safandulai. Let's listen what he say in this press conference.
Say it's not cheap, you're undervaluing the statement. Sports, particularly football, is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Let us understand that. To get multi-billion-dollar reward, you have to invest billions of dollars into it. The government of Sierra Leone understands that. That is the reason President Bio has said very often that sports, he has the key to Sierra Leone sport and football. And this government has supported football like no other before. We want to proudly say that. If we calculate how much we spend on Leone Star alone, you will understand what I'm saying. And sometimes, when we have these conversations, we say to ourselves, we feel sorry sometimes for the government, but it's a national duty too. And I say these things because I want to also re-emphasize that the private sector has a major role to play in developing sport. And I'm very glad today that we're having an elevated conversation. And at this point, I want to say to the president of the Football Association and his likely contender, Mr. Babadi Kamara, that we should elevate the discourse on football from these gutter conversations. In the past few days, there have been really gutter conversations on the Star, where supporters on both sides have attacked government, they've attacked us, they have pelted modern invectives on us. I think it's very unfair. At this level where we are, people cannot be putting $150,000 into gutter. They should put it into a platform that makes a lot of sense. It is our business to call on everyone who wants to contest election next year to tell their supporters to control themselves. If you can't control your supporters, then you're not a leader. I'm tired of hearing the excuse from everyone that I did not tell them to, but they are fighting for you. It is important for us to understand that sports has passed the level of dropouts or people just doing it for the sake of it. Sport is a science. Sport is a multi-billion-dollar industry that has to be managed by people, by professionals. And those professionals cannot be bullied by moral invectives, cannot be bullied by social media attack. The sport has to evolve. It is the business of the Ministry of Sport and us to ensure sports evolve. And we will do that irrespective of what the people say.
Where it goes wrong, everybody turns to Sierra Leone Football Association. When it's all rosary, butter and bread, nobody calls Sierra Leone Football Association. But it's okay, because that's our job. I've heard Dr. Emmanuel Safandulai. He spoke very well. But the reality of football is, this is a competitive sport. If you cannot withstand the heat, stay away from it. It has to be constructive though. When Wilberforce Strikers is playing Bull Rangers, for example, Bull Rangers will want to win. Wilberforce will want to win. It becomes a competition. If Thomas Daddy Brahma, as president of the Football Association, is doing very well or is not doing good, there are other people who might want to step in to also show what they can do. It's not a wrong thing to do. There's nothing wrong with that, Doctor. The bad thing is, when you play by the rules of the game. Because if you don't play by the rules of the game, you will be obstructing the game, and that's an offense in football.
All right, you don't get from two eminent personality in the football landscape, the executive director of the NSA and the president of the Sierra Leone Football Association. I want to bring you in super large. When you mention somebody like Benson in terms of we do football special, if they make a point, say, now we get the Buffets Exco, in Africa. Now he's part of the system of the Sierra Leone Football Association. But the problem, they're already within the executive committee of the Sierra Leone Football Association. What's if you say this could take away?
Thank you very much. We come to Salon football, I think we get a lot for talk. We come to the development of the game. Yes, Benson was part of the few people over the years we've been on the talk about the condition of the leadership of football in Sierra Leone. Dating back from Aisha Johansson regime, where most of the ESCO members here was part of, and now with Thomas Daddy Brahma also, some of them still they continue. So one thing we'll get for established that being an ESCO member of the Sierra Leone Football Association, you have to have a job. Outside football, you have to have a job. Because this is not a position where you go there, you'd expect for the get salary 50 or for the get traveling allowance. You are not employed by the Sierra Leone Football Association. As an ESCO member of the Football Federation, your responsibility now for ensuring you contribute to the game by maybe something getting opportunities, getting connections with people from the private sector, and also putting your resources to it, you know. And they give you that kind of value as an ESCO member because you are not getting paid by the federation. But for Salon, I want to be very, very honest. I'm not disrespecting anybody, but most of the ESCO members here, why Benson being referred to them like we say as buffers, because they are all depending on the federation. When it comes to traveling, you see the chairman for Western area, he want travel. The other trip, you see the Southern region chairman, he say one go. Other one call Leon Star, or they can go the Wilding and Northeast or Northwest. Bro, people have to have a life outside football. But
when you look at some of these ESCO officials, you mentioned like from Aisha Johansson, there are some who even start with Naim Kadi. If we look at the injunction presently, Tamba Betua, done there as ESCO member with Naim Kadi, Aisha Johansson, because this is not somebody we've done there in football for the past 40 or 45 years, one of the leading football administrators we get right now. But the ESCO, which most people or most Sierra Leoneans go put their trust on, say, then why are so? Then are the voice of the people of this country. When I then don't be really divided right now, do you think the ESCO then are the key problem in some of the bad things happening in football?
Well, it's a two-way coin. Like the debates this one. So why you want to blame the leadership first of all of the SLFA for being able to get hold of your ESCO members? Because when Aisha Johansson was president of the federation, Aisha was trying as much as possible. It's either you be for me, it's either you stand for me, or I against you.
The problem now, during Aisha Johansson, you might say, now administrators, they may get problem with Aisha Johansson, one of the parts of the football association as ESCO officials. But now this is quite different.
So,
within their own family now,
the problem is you have people coming into football now where they boast of having a lot of cash. So now you get influence outside the leadership of the FA for influence the ESCO because most of them are broke. That's the honest truth. At the moment, why the ESCO is divided is that there is someone outside the football federation who are extremely powerful. Is not only the leader of the football federation now in Salon, but he has influence in the ESCO. Because most of them people and the way they now, the loyalty they to that person. As somebody where a journalist, I don't watch the football family at this particular point. I don't know say we football not get leadership.
The reason why we get an SLFA president.
Yes, the reason why Emmanuel Safabulai they talk about Thomas the Babadi factor, the Thomas Daddy Brahma factor now because leadership not there. If there is a leader, then you can able to administer very well. You can able to manage things very well. Now you see the SLFA appoint a Premier League board chairman. Oh, then put out a release without appointing this person, and suddenly the ESCO members come and say this person no want her. We get we own possible we want. And there is somebody outside who is pushing the ESCO, say, okay, now una form majority, now una decision matter. And the ESCO is very powerful.
We just get 11 ex-officials.
And they are very powerful.
But which we understand, among these 11 right now, 7, no, they look at the same hand of the president.
It is because at this particular point, they get their own loyalty, giving to someone else.
Would even be part of the executive committee of the SLFA.
And the person not even the part of the football family now, as somebody within at the administrative side. So it tells you the situation very difficult for
can that be Babadi Kamara?
Well, if not Babadi, then who else? Football is business, eh? If you have investment in football, like Babadi has done, and with the type of cash way they invest in the game, and able to attract some portion of the ESCO members and say, this man might be the right person. You never know. And the politics that is playing now between TDB and BBD is that the ESCO members are split. Few they were there in support of the president when then they enjoy the opportunities now of flying with Leon Stars, having all the best opportunities. And the others, they are leaning somewhere, knowing at the end of the day where they self can and then go benefit.
But let's be honest with yourself here. Which exactly you think say these ESCO officials are fighting for? Because if you go back to during the days of Madam Aisha Yuansin, you will get some people who get maybe they get club and go say, oh, we want to get brown envelope from the then president for the Scotland Football Association. But when you ask this ESCO official, waiting at a point where they really they fight for, they might not give you some valid reason. Say, now this make with the Fed.
Toby, there has never been a genuine fight in football. Let me tell you this. Dating back to Aisha, everybody get interest. The reason why Alhaji Yunus Salim Awoko Sisi and Aisha Johansson part company was because of Ewale Aisha and this. Aisha Johansson said, look, we have to go through the process. Party business scatter. The same goes to the likes of the Victor Lewis and all other people where they camp on this football. Everybody has an interest. So the genuine people the way they can at the game, then they kill their interest because at the end of the day, most of the people already around the football, everybody gets order they want for let's succeed.
Let's talk about the Premier League now.
And so we quickly, before we talk about the Premier League, you know the reason why make at this particular point with football not able to make progress? Now because of the situation with Fenusef. With all respect to TDB, he's not leader. Anybody where they lead salon football, you therefore ready for put your body as a sacrifice. Aisha Johansson, one of the reasons why a lot of people not able for connect with in leadership was that he wanted the right thing to be done, procedures
so if you say,
to be followed.
If you say that not be manifest right now by Thomas
at this particular point, now that they dance to the president in tune, and the president wants for the year, and you have a lot of bootlickers in the federation. How can a whole Salian Football Association get signed for let people and they go sit down for the talk?
Under the tick.
Bro, it tells you with football just there at a particular point we are in. All man they feel saying I'm a person there.
But
so now
but this is not the first time it don't happen. I might say it been really look better under Madam Aisha Yuansin, but that particular position at the Football Federation.
Well, Nahim
there are plenty of people that go sit down there.
You know why Nahim Kadi was outstanding? Nahim, you will talk everything about him. You go tell him all kind of words. You don't mean get the education like Aisha or TDB. Not to be bookman. But Nahim has the game, Nahim had. Nahim Kadi, they organize under 6 competition and say go see and they giving beeps, they give all the support. Because he feel like him in the work for the lane person, the grassroots people them as president of the Federation as Salion.
Okay. I want to talk about the Premier League, but we'll start with the chairmanship appointment. Now, when Victor Luis done the first league, we understand the prize money for Bow Rangers and Bantalas runners up, they're not receive them. The Sierra Football Association again, go. But whenever you see letterhead from the Sierra Football Association, they say it pleases the executive committee in appointing so and so. So the press release will come out, it spells exactly say the executive committee, they reappoint Victor Luis for continuing as the chairman of the Premier League board. 3 days later, we see the ESCO official. We are not happy with reappointing Victor Luis as the Premier League board chairman. After a few weeks, we see Magistrate Mageba be appointed as Premier League board chairman again. So now, where do you think the problem lies. You feel say the one who would administer football not be honest with themselves, one for push the goal, because if we get a Premier League board chairman or league done, one of the lead man then for ensure say the prize money be given to the champions or the runners up. But the self-organization president one for continue with them. For me, this point, if you said X would be right for denying the reappointment of Victor Lewis.
Toby, football has to be guided, and it is
the responsibility of the FA.
Of the federation. You know, at this particular point, the SLF is able to attract sponsor for put that kind of money for football until they get Leonor for CAM. It's been a long time somebody not put that kind of money for football where Leonor can put so. Because the football itself Nasal, you not get value for let people invest by. All waiting Leonor they do so, Toby, they not they get 10% of the investment in it because we football they in the doldrums. We football and not get it then at that kind of situation where any private entity we can say they invest for football now because of something they lack the game. But we never forget the right people for attract football development in Asalio. So the SLFA, they had Victor Lewis. Victor Lewis is a close friend to the president, Thomas Ibrahim.
Yes, one party fits man and follow win the election.
So he will always want Victor Lewis to have a stake in the game by being a Premier League board chairman. So he used Veto, okay, me a president. Without me ESCO member, then say, now this man I want. And the ESCO na the Football Association, they're very powerful.
Yes.
It get the inside the SLFA constitution, any decision that has to be made, especially when it comes to appointment, even of national team coaches, Premier League board chairman, and other positions, the ESCO form a pivotal percentage of that decision making day. That is why when the ESCO refused Victor Lewis in an appointment, they had the number to refuse it. The number when refuse them supersede the president in your people.
Who's the president for we don't get power, even we get a joint number.
So it tells you,
but out of 11 you cannot get a joint number from the ESCO.
Even the ESCO members where na Thomas Daddy Brahma and ESCO members now are not seeing eye to eye with the president. You might be thinking somebody they influence them from the back, but they are seeing something where they no say to them as ESCO members, this is not right to Victor Lewis been done serve for us as chairman up till now. We say we run a league na Salio.
But if one go to ESCOs we don't violate their own constitution, because if you definitely be neutral in national politics, if you get direct.
Well, it's not about you being neutral, Toby. Football na a game where you dey watch and where you dey into them. What you get for put before, one, are your conscience, and two, how you dey serve. A lot of time, why some of them people here when are ESCO members here, they've been so loyal to them people here, now because like I tell you, they have no source of income other than hoping and trying to see how best they survive on the football. And it doesn't have to be like that. If you're not an ESCO member na a football federation, now Saloya no more they see ESCO member there. Then they pan football, then Abo pan football. They even want to take the money where FIFA they send na salon for let them give their loan.
Let me go back to the term when Ali Barra Tawali, presently is the chairman at the Port Local district.
Yeah, he's mayor on Apollo.
Yes, and we get square colleagues, now the deputy mayor of Freetown. But by the constitution of the book, the statute of the Salon Football Association, forever belonging to national politics. So here come the game now and play for dissolve all the committees, even to the ethics committee. Because if we get a functional ethics committee running, trust me, these two executive officers of the SLFA, therefore we don't exonerate them because they don't violate their own constitution.
Well, Naramek, after you say the leadership of the SLFA, if there is an adjective to describe at the moment, it will be very, very difficult for me for even sit and talk about whether there is leadership at the federation or not. Because where I watch, Thomas Daddy Brahma not able for show the fact say he was brought in to harmonize the football family, for able forget that kind of vision.
Well, let's say
that kind of direction.
We might say now
change the status quo and football. But what you see, it's loyalty over development. And there is no way with football. There is no way with football go before with that kind of situation here. Because me, I see Daddy as that kind of person when he been there outside the football family and not been there part of the faith, he came in as somebody where nobody knew about. I mean, just in a small corner.
But Alhaji, the fight will they get now. For me, I might say we get some few sanity in football because we don't get league playing for the past since he came in as president of this kind of football association. But the fight will they get right now. Now we think people who think say are lawmakers in with football land space, especially to the exco. But how you feel say the president give before control his exco fit when himself gets right in making decisions?
So how are we going to control them? There is no way. At the moment, the problem with daddy they face. Now how you go see how best some of them people are they're able for they're able for how they re-elect them again. Like basically now the joy that they go get where some of them because at the moment the southern region the loyalty they somewhere else. Poloko they inside the northern region. Then
there is no more guarantee because if we look at Brema BJ, one of who leading administrators that will get as well.
BJ has been there for a very long time. BJ has enjoyed the opportunity for travel with various national teams. That is what he enjoys. Fine, nice member of the federation. He gets whenever the football national teams and they travel, he get the opportunity for an ESCO member for lead delegations and all.
There is more to this discussion, but first, let me also go and listen to the executive director of the NSA, which will talk lengthily around the downfall of Leon Stars as well. It's a major crisis in the football space, but I'll listen to the executive director of the NSA.
So if you look at Sierra Leone participating in the African Nations Cup, they put us among nations where they play football. We are competing, we're there. You know, everybody's happy that Sierra Leone is not left out. Our country get pride, and this is a statutory, what we call statutory game. You get for participate. You either participate or you are not graded in the world. So yeah, we're there. We have to do it. If you are like publications, you don't use. Yeah, you begin them. You have to feed them. You know, whether they overeat or not, you have to feed them. That's it. Because as a family, you have to function as a family.
I also look at, now we don't fail for qualify, but the primary targets after we go to the Nations Cup, we missed out in the last edition in Ivory Coast. In one of the World Cup qualifiers or two, we see you've been put out or give a breakdown on money spent in the qualifiers and day. But after those two games, that is stopped from the NC.
Well, I mean, firstly, you are not getting the money in whole. You get it in bits and pieces. So you have to be careful what you say in the public. Otherwise, you also don't want to contradict the Ministry of Finance. You know. There are a lot of dynamics in terms of publishing figures. It goes a long, long way. So it has been a difficulty for us to put that out. It doesn't mean that we are not transparent, we are not accountable. But generally, there's a financial problem, crisis in the country, in the power of government. How much money they give, how much should they give at some point in time. But the reality of the situation is we are expending a lot of money on the stuff. And we should be able to bring back results.
We'll look at your predecessor, Dr. Kenneth Brimer. He traveled most times with the national team. Most people would think that dynamics could change when you take up the office. In which instance the executive director of the NSA can travel with the national team?
No, the executive director of the NSA will travel with the national team all the time. It's very important for people to understand this. I have never questioned Kenneth Brimer when he was there. I don't want to talk about him. I don't want to talk about his regime. I talk about what is here. I have traveled the world before I became NSA chairman. I have reached an executive director. I've traveled 80 countries. I'm not looking for opportunities to travel. Sometimes when this travel comes, I am squeezed. But here is a continent that doesn't have SWIFT, that does not take credit card. You know. So you get for touch the money in the back. Government gives you money, you get for hold up. You expend them, you take the receipts, you can retire. If you don't do that, then you don't hold accountable. Tomorrow when I sit down and say, oh, you've been eating all the money. You give people, there will be questions. Some people will not deliver. So you trust yourself more than how you trust people. That's why you go. It is nothing. It's not, I don't want to go watch Leon Star game. I want government to pay for it. I can afford it. But part of my role is to ensure that there's fiscal discipline. And since I came to Leon Star, there's been complete fiscal discipline. There have been less complaints about hotels or food and stuff. We had a crisis, a small hiccup in Ivory Coast, which we'll talk about in totality. But I mean, we have given them what.
Let me talk about Stephen Corker, which we don't listen to some sister radio program where you try to make some clarification around that. What's really been happened in the camp in Liberia in the last 2 games in the qualifiers?
The situation started in Ivory Coast. Before me, they left here, then I had to get the money for Karango. Stephen don't write to me, say, he's captain. I try to call him, pick up. I call him, we'll talk about him. So,
not like the Chad game or the Zambia game?
Chad game. Okay. Pick the call. And then the president of the FA intervened and said, let's forget about this, we'll come and sort it out. That's how we rush to Ivory Coast, just to ensure that we're able to talk to him. When we went there, he said he was leaving. Why was he leaving? He says, things are not moving forward. I said, what? You see, he said many things. And some of them, I don't want to repeat them for him. He's given his reasons. He did not tell us that government did not support them. He did not tell us that they didn't have food to eat. He did not tell us that they didn't have their per diem or they did not have their match bonuses. He said technically they have issues. We at NSL, we're not in charge of technical issues. The SLFA and the coaches are.
We definitely agree that the an entity to represent government in sport. But government are putting the resources, just like what you've been saying. What is the program say? When I think Kai Kamara is doing well, when our government puts the money, that's come as a concern. But let's look at it in this way. Would I receive this fund from the Minister of Finance, not the NSA, when Leon Stars gets game? So for encroaching to the national team can be of government interference. We don't feel so waiting Stephen been talk in resignation is something where government will take.
We're looking into it. We're back to the drawing board. We don't ask the coaches for do a technical report. We'll do an assessment. Government knows where this is going. No matter what blackmail you do, government, we know where we're going with this. We know what we're doing. We're taking procedures and we know where we're going. We will be the only nation who will fail so spectacularly and not do a review of the system. But we're not going to be that system.
Let me take this 5-step backward from Stephen. It's something we'll be really worried about as a country, because if somebody did with national teams will not take 5 steps downward, what do you want to do as government in this case?
We will look at the steps, we will not take backwards. We will try to climb it. We will take actions that will bring us back. The truth of the matter is, I don't think the national team is as bad as we are all thinking. We were in a very difficult group. Zambia has been African champions once or twice. Because they're reigning champions. We were very close to qualifying, right? We did not go out of this because we did not have future. We got out of this because of football merit. That football merit is what we need to build on, a technical aspect of things.
Is there any fund when I can get from the Minister of Finance where they call indemnity? That can be part of my funds when I can ask for Minister
Indemnity, I don't know. Indemnity.
All right. So, one for end this with you now for say what's our head for in the qualifiers of the World Cup? Is that mandate?
We're going to participate, so we still have chances to qualify for the World Cup. If you know about that, we have mandates to qualify for the World Cup. We have opportunities to qualify for the World Cup. If we won most of our games, we will qualify as best losers. That is what our next target is. And we're going in there after having reformed.
I want to reform this, because if the people of this country, and we forget anything, we see you come out publicly and apologize to the people of this country, but we see two on our media departments of the NSA formally apologize to the people of this country. Do you think that apology and all the Sierra-Leoneans need?
But first and foremost, if you have a responsibility to lead a group of people for qualified, they did not. You have to own up to it. We did not. Am I the one playing football? No. Did we give them resources? Yes. Did we give them extra resources? Yes. But still, I own it to the taxpayers to say, we're sorry for what has happened. And we sincerely, we give them more match bonuses. This is the point that I'm saying about it. We got into interviews like this and people want to look at the bad things, which they perceived, but they don't see the good things. When they won against Ivory, because we give them extra $500 bonus. Did anybody report it? No. Because good things should not happen in Sierra Leone football. Good things should not happen from the government side. But we give them $500 extra budgetary. So I have within the call. So we don't have anything called indemnity, but we have what they call miscellaneous funds. So if you're going to they give you $10,000, $20,000 and say, if something happens, in case emergency happen, like if we get there, one player scrap, we therefore bring somebody, we have a medical emergency. That's what we used. So we took it and we gave it to them. And I'm not sure you have ever seen that on Leo Star. Ever in your lifetime. Because I am not here to enrich myself. There's nothing here to enrich me, really, if you know where I come from, my background, where I come from. I'm here to make impact. I'm here to let this team qualify. I was so pained that we did not qualify, that I was lost of words. So, yes, we gave them extra resources, we give them. If the players and the technical team had an honest to qualify us, we had put together almost $11,000 per player. If they had won Chad, Zambia, and then their match appearances. What else can a government do? $11,000 per player.
If they won all in 6 games, then
No. If they had won the last 2 games, Chad and Zambia. So when people go and talk, hey, nothing not been there, oh, money not been there, oh, that they don't hold money, oh, food not been there. That's not correct.
But this is something where the people of this country get exactly from the camp. There is this belief that I don't travel Leon Star, I think, once or twice. When you look at other nations, their hotels are the team they camp. It can even be a sacred place in my own view. But Leon Star's camp can really be jam-packed. You know, that is
we have changed that. I saw that in Liberia. After that, when we went back to Liberia, we did not live in the hotel Bolivar, which is on my side. We lived somewhere else. People defend the camp. Against Zambia, we lived somewhere else, right? When we went to Ivory Coast, where we lost with Chad, we did not live in the hotel where everybody expected us. We moved to the other hotel. So it's no longer an issue. But the point I am making is clear. Let's get back to it. When you appear for this country, you play match appearance, you get paid, I think, about $1,500. You win a match. Originally, it was $1,500. We raised that to $2,000.
Because of a full draw bonus.
Yes, we remove the draw, right? But if you win 2 games, you get $6,000. No, I think when you appear, it's $2,500. So if you appear twice, you have $5,000, and then you win 2 games, you get what?
$10,000.
$10,000, right? So this is what you are going to get for just winning. What could have distracted you from not winning? So as government, as NSA, Ministry of Sport, President of Sierra Leone, who we are representing, they've given you everything. Even in the midst of financial problems, we went extra mile to get the money to put it on the table. It's here. Let any player tell you that they went there without their money. In fact, as I reach so, they pay. 1 day before game, we pay.
Do you pay directly
no,
to the player?
No, but the finance team is there. I don't pay directly. But I carry the money.
Finance team from the NSA?
Yes. We pay. As you reach, we pay. You reach, we pay. We let them sign. We have never gone to a player and say, sign us 2 papers for this and that. No, we sign 1. Wherever you collect your money, you read it, you see it, you sign. So we are very confident from the NSA perspective. We are not doing anything wrong. We went to, let's talk about what happened in Ivory Coast. We went to Ivory Coast. We got a bill from the hotel for 31,000 euros, which could have been $35,000. Our budget for hotels everywhere we've been is between $25,000 to $28,000. So we had an extra charge. So I went to negotiate with the hotel and said, no, this is too much for us. We normally don't pay this. The hotel was adamant that we should pay them. I have never been to any hotel in the world where they say, pay me before you go inside. They were adamant. I said, but why? So I went upstairs and I brought $20,000 and I gave them. I went back to my room. And then Maggie went back to me, who is the finance man, and said, oh, the man they say will pay. I gave him another $10,000 because I knew we were going to negotiate. So all the money on accommodation is gone at that point in time, right? I have the match bonuses. If I was holding the money because if those boys won the match and not pay the match bonus, it will be a scandal. I kept it. Then the man said, oh, if we not pay all the money, we will not give you food. Where is it in the world? You get into a hotel, you want food, they say no, you will pay all. Nowhere. You could see there were people behind us who had gone and said to them, when I make them pay, if they don't pay, when I not give them food.
Yes.
Yes. In fact, one of the ladies when they opened the cap, your government has given you the money, you don't want to pay it. She could hear those language in English. Okay. Someone behind the scene, all in the street, being overcharged. So eventually I said, Maggie, we get other money that we will pay for things and cut them and so we pay them. At this point, the team had come down at 3:30 for food. By 4 o'clock we had settled. The food was late for 30 minutes. The match was at 7. At 4:15 that food was ready and they said no, they are going now. The coach, Amid Karim, said, Lord, when I bring the food, now the nutritionist said, no, this is not food, we will make her. Travel with her, it will get food poisoning. So we then agreed with them about how we were going to proceed. We bought them $150 worth of fruit, orange, mango, banana. But also, before we go to that, you have to understand this, which a lot of people don't understand. The player had breakfast in the morning. They had lunch at 1. They get what you call pre-match meal, when a small snacks and to make for them. This is what was delayed. So we replaced it with fruit. They went to the stadium, they had the fruit, they were happy. We go withdraw, we come out and say, oh, na pre-match meal.
Executive Director of the NSA, which we might not touch into, but there's a lot more around that story there. But Alhaji, one of the concern right now, the hope for even if we go play a league now, let me look at how many job opportunities go there within the league, from young people who go sell water for take care of them, picking them for go school, the players, the coaches. We serve journalists where they report the news, but now with Premier League, they're in limbo. We don't even know if we'll get to Premier League this season, because as we speak right now, the club union no wants Mageba for be the Premier League board chairman. We say if you say this could take away as well, people know to take things into consideration, knowing well say Salon, I can't see where people survive by day.
It is not the club union the responsibility for begin the talk say we don't want this person, that's not their responsibility to be. The responsibility for appointing a Premier League board chairman is with the federation. And the federation, in their wisdom, don't put out an appointment of Mark Geba as Premier League board chairman. He has to work and ensure we Premier League starts na salon. Not all the club union go can dictate who that they be Premier League board chairman. That is not their responsibility.
But all this infighting don't delay the league in start one.
So it goes back to the leadership of the federation. If una give us in responsibility, una get for hang na neck for ensure say executor. Forget the fact that he's a magistrate. This is football. If you have been given a responsibility to lead football, the top tier league in the country, let us allow and follow the procedure. At this particular point, I feel sorry for the players. I feel sorry for those who are invested in football in Sierra Leone. A lot of clubs still they pay players. A lot of clubs still they invest a lot of money in their teams. I know for sure that a lot of people who say they get this money, now starve them, they starve them families, starve them businesses for put their money on football. They are not getting it back. Anybody who they put money now on salon football out of love. So it's either they starve in family or they starve people for put money on football in salon, because you know they get nothing in return. Because that's where your team win. That's the feeling you have. But at this particular point, if people have been given a responsibility to lead football in Sierra Leone or to lead the Premier League, we have to see the league starts.
When at the list where you talk, I just think say, why certain club owners or club administrators they insist for bring victories back? They get the feeling say they want somebody where they able for remote control, somebody where they go reach out, because sure there are clubs, there are certain clubs where they loan money from the Premier League board, so they are not satisfied with the one where they select a point to be Premier League board chairman, and want somebody where they able for control. You know, if you say we don't be in a situation they run as a country.
I don't want to speak for them. I'm not even one for knowing and they do Victor Lees or whatever. For me, I think whosoever is Premier League board chairman as alone has a responsibility for ensuring we league play. And the league has to play to be. Money has been given. Leon Walk has been all around to open in the amount of money when they don't give to the Football Federation. Again, not a government irresponsibility for give money to SLFA for one league na salon. But because of how benevolent President Bio is, and the unprecedented sum where he starts for begin put pan football na salon. Don't give him the urge say every year I for support football development, be the Premier League, the female Premier League. But not a government irresponsibility than the. The federation has a responsibility to go out and seek for funds for run the national league.
Alhaji, Usa, if you don't already start forget I'm wrong, I'll come into that. But if you say one for join this conversation, the number you go do am na 072-51 get 442 072-51 get 442. Before we understand, say the Premier League now an autonomous body, we get power and mandate on its own. But when then shift time close back to the Scotland Football Association, it become more difficult for the Premier League. Before, the Premier League can go and source fund, but now the SLFA, they source fund for the Premier League.
The Premier League at the moment cannot survive without the support of government. When President Bio come where take power, the money we invest in football, for let we own the first Premier League in Salonia, automatically create a foresight for the president say, for them we able to get a living for them for play football, governments now need for the investment in the game. And that is why you see, if government not put money, now all waiting and they wait, the money where they come out from government, for them will kickstart the league. That money will only work donkey, then just one for ensure say then shape and between the Premier League clubs them, waiting they go to administration, they go waiting. At the end of the day, then just they look forward to government. And it's not a bad thing for the government support football. President Bio don't try, he don't do extremely well. But if the SLF enable for source fund with national league, then we get a federation we're not even ready for football development.
Let me come back and go back to 2019. That league was run without anything from the Scotland Football Association because they quietly say they know they play, they know they support a league where you don't get anything for do with CAF or FIFA. But that league day don't get one of the highest funding in the history of football in this country.
Unprecedented.
Yes, single-handedly.
Never happened.
Yes, single-handedly by Safa Abdullah. So I just get the belief, say we can still get to Premier League for source fund from corporate institution without the help of the SLF, because if we don't get them from Safa Abdullah, we can still get from another individual.
Not a government responsibility for one league to be.
I know that.
Nah, SLF is a responsibility. You know why government they come in for help? Now that then self care about the body. They create employment for a lot of young people, for people where they sell. They create so much employment. You go to other places for go watch football because of Premier League. A lot of homes they able for survive.
Yes, yes.
So that's the essence. I think governments continuously they pour some money, but when you watch the environment safe, how the money they go, people don't want to be accountable. People, the last Premier League board. The money where government give them 10 out and able for present a report and able for retire to the NSA how the money was spent. But some of these things why governments go continue for the invest now that Leka they tell you they want the game for play. And the game is a political game. Take nothing away from football. It's a political game. Where with the Premier League they play, it gives so much joy to even the people where they are around football. Okay,
I want to let me close this conversation, but first you said for the watch we can join we on 072-51 get 442 072-51 get 442. There is a big crisis right now in football, the injunction matter within our courts. Yesterday then go courts, we understand that I joined the case to the 9th of this month. Alhaji, you feel say with all this happening in football space, for venue we get an injunction. This is not the second time an injunction of Islam on this Congress. The first one between two players, and which players we don't communicate with mostly. They know they treat them fair. They don't take the matter serious, and instead be decided for going to call for secret dress. This is the second time Tamba Betua from the Moyamba District Football Association feel unsatisfied with how things been done by the Scotland Football Association. With this injunction right now in the football space, the league don't put on hold. We don't know when we will play league. This injunction don't deprive players, don't deprive coaches. We say if this go lead me right now because this matter will still continue in court.
You know, when it comes to court business, I can always look for speak less. I know if you want for PM, waiting will happen at the court and waiting for happen at the end of the day. But I'm against taking football matters to court. I'm totally against it because I believe, say, we were in the football family for handle there's some of them things here and make them more better. But Usai leadership not there. The pitfalls, you see them clearly. So this person, they watch the leadership of the federation and say the only way I can able forget some of these things interpreted properly is when I decide for go court. And this same person where they head the federation, some of them bodies here we supposed for look into their matter are not functional. So at the end of the day, it gets himself for blame as president of the federation. The acting secretary general, then get themselves for blame.
All right, I think we get to call on the line, yeah. Alhaji. Hello, good afternoon. All right, we lost that caller. Alhaji, you make a point, sorry.
If they're not able to make the football family get to a point where in some of these things are not addressed, then this is the obvious. The obvious is going to court. And the injunction not get anything for do it the Premier League, not get anything for do it waiting they happen for we bobo them, not for the game for play. The injunction has to do with them, not an administrative issue. Let them sort out whatever.
Then we say they are able to do the administrative work because looking at it, that this have been say, let the Premier League be an autonomous body.
The Premier League board is the secretariat's not need for the SLFSF.
But are they?
So it tells you some of these things we not even need for. We not Toby. When you watch some of them things, it's so painful. The Premier League board then secretariat waiting they happen with regards to the Premier League board and salon. Enough will be centered around the football federation. This is an autonomous body. The responsibility now for organized league.
If you say it's still there as an autonomous body, or because the SLF don't take bulk of the work with the Premier League board for do.
It is because then get people and with them in on the stifled, where they put in positions as Premier League board chairperson. But now, at this particular point, when you get somebody where they come out from a very independent background for can't take up leadership for run the league, now you are saying the clubs themselves they are against that particular person because he's coming from an independent background and not mixed and then football length and then football fet. The man is coming to administer. He's coming to take leadership for run a Premier League. In loyalty not to the SLFA ideto. Yes, now they appoint them, but in loyalty now to the clubs and to the league where they run for ensure say we get a proper league run. Not a league who say it go done 3-4 months. The people away win the league, they never forget it.
And according to our rating safe one for do, a one safe during the award night, you want to get the money physical. I quote from the voice of Boss Patrick say, you want to get the money in the hall. Say, una win the league, una take una money, but you don't do it again for security reasons.
The truth of the matter is, Toby, there is nowhere in the world outside in their own league. Now after 3 months, the person they get prize. And now they happen no side pass na salon football. Because the standard of we league and amateur league would they play.
Some of we raised concern when Victor Lewis was appointed. Because if they appoint someone for be Premier League board chairman, let me take back to a league where instead of done well with somebody be their chairman, Ali Van the ESQ. We see a game when Eastern Tiger been at the Premier League in Kenema. Somebody will get a club, go inside for stop a game because of a referee decision. But the Sale of Football Association looked at that individual again and say, okay, let me trust that. This is not the second time Victor is going to be chairman of the Premier League, but I think it was in 2012, 2013 when he was the Premier League board chairman. But for close this conversation now, with injunction up, delay for start the Premier League, the Women's Premier League again, or that crisis can have to speak, despite government don't pledge 3.5 billion for give them the Women's Premier League. But in this men's Premier League right now, a private institution can put money for the second time from $80,000 to $150,000 where they don't put for the league commence. We don't even know when will league they start. So if you say this final league before take away Alhaji from the Sierra Leone Football Association, from the infighting, from football administrators, and as I tell you for sure, the meeting tomorrow between the Premier League clubs and the executive committee. Now this country they see Premier League clubs, they demand for getting a meeting with a hierarchy of we administrators, especially from the EXCO officials, say we demand a meeting because we don't talk to one, not get back from we demand the meeting. You know, feel say this administration of football don't give more power to minor people in football, and that don't really affect the administration work.
I can honestly sit and imagine how salon football will look like in the next 5 years. You know, with the game infrastructure now good for the game, we get side and way people, at least when they play na Dotty again. We thank God. But you see leadership, pan football, Toby, if you not get a good leader, top, we don't fail. Dumb. Now rotten, they rotten.
So we the 8 rotten, all parts of the body self they rotten.
We in Ghana, they face this similar situation at the moment. Ghana, the massive decline in football has to do with the leadership of the GFA, Kotokraku, the Ministry of Sports in Ghana, and all that they involve in sports administration in Ghana. And it's the same thing in Salon de Panso now. We just come up from an abysmal performance at the AFCON qualifiers.
Nobody before account for anything.
With over 90 billion spent on a team we get mediocres from the technical team. People that were not even concerned. They go sit down and eat government money. And they came home.
Lots of taxpayers' money.
The only thing we get for say sorry to the nation. Because they feel like this is our own. Posterity will judge them. I'm so honest to an extent, are happy with the decision where Stephen Colker take. You know, continue for Dana side where all time when they fail. Sometimes you have to exclude yourself from it. Because you feel like failure not to your portion. So be anybody they fail too much. Where if you then at that class, if you not pull and then a problem. That is the problem now where some of these people, they will never come out and speak. But what will they answer now? Maybe the elective Congress will solve them.
When we go to elective Congress, we even ordinary Congress will not go yet.
At the end of
but this is not the Congress where they go set up committee for go to the elective Congress.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, that is why I said maybe an elective Congress or maybe a normalization committee can solve it.
If you see, we really go ahead for that point.
So at this moment, Pastor Alonso, anything is possible, eh? Anything is possible. Anything is possible to be. When Tambabeto Ago caught a lot of people, then they come back salon and say, look, you guys don't understand, eh? If you take the SLFA to court for administrative issues, FIFA will be there watching. They will only involve when they feel like it don't begin each sideway government one for get involved. Because not to government the responsibility for involvement in the running of football or saloon. Yes, they can finance. And that is what this government don't do to an extent. They really don't show how much they like football.
And according
people are not sincere.
According to Infantino, there is a plan with FIFA gets by 2028. FIFA want for pull responsibility, even for give bonus allowances to players for pull them off government and then finance the members association.
Then get a couple. FIFA get them. So me, I'm not going to worry about whatever they want for do. But we can't we in context now salon. What would they go to now to At the moment, President Bio, especially this Leon Stars delegation we come from this AFCON qualifiers, they should be investigated.
Okay.
And somebody has to take responsibility.
All right.
A lot of money will be coming from government again for put on the Premier League. And those money should be accounted for.
All right.
And the previous Premier League board headed by Victor Luis, they're supposed to be accounted, they're supposed to account for the money where they receive from government.
All right. This not to the end of this conversation. There is more to follow after this, but now this all will bring to you in the first segment, but there's a lot of other segments there waiting for you in the Today Show. But first, let me listen to it in Sierra Leone and we talk to Lansana Koma. As we've been talked to them with another young view, we got this discussion.
So from the time when national team Leon Star be failed for qualify for the AFCON 2025 up till now, we find out say Boko factors them they were responsible. So today we don't come out for get the views of the people them out here for no. Waiting then think say now the reason now SLFA on our other bodies them responsible for we not able for qualify for the 2025 AFCON.
One are the preparation. How the team supposed for the time when they're supposed to prepare for the game, taking 2 shots for call the players then, for make them kind of the country, now other problem. Then secondly back, the way how the players them sometimes I go don't train the home base, you understand? If we don't see performance, like an example. When I don't say, okay, the league now Rangers, then get outstanding player there, now then win the league. But when it comes to for pick the team, for go out, sometimes you know they get 1 or 2 players themselves who go there among that squad. They go take people then professionals they would on the out, or some it can be say most of them some themselves now not going to take part in effective football outside the country international wise. They already no more party business. Then in one of the team back with the world football in this country. Steven Cocker in your side, you understand? Now man I've been lacking way of playing. We can into the game for can play for we in so outstanding. But it just surprised me. Well, at least wouldn't say he walk out from the camp bar or so, whether he been play or not. Because I not been look the last game who Steven Cocker been play. You understand? So I think say at least we not get the kind standard of football. We go match to Steven Cocker in your own standard where he play. So that one of the main things that one day.
Steven Cocker, if he retire right now, he right. Kaikama be don't retire, they'll call him back. Why? Because you know, Kaikama they know we will play. They know we will play for we game for qualify for make we qualify or wait itself. No retire for boom them before the normal way they come up. Like Musa so, now the number 1 striker that know for Fise, if we able punch goal self for we, back goal self for we. But we get some news say and this and that. Well, I'm not able to tell because more time I waiting down the talk in different. We need for blame ourselves. You know. But the main side inside this blame day, SLFA they need for do something. They need for do something. Now the day before, Kyle Kui na follow up with follow up. But they want they will know what thing they happen before they win and they will blame. And they will need for blame. Past then tell we who side the faults there, who side what are the reason. If they're not able to come out plain to we, then tell me who side the reason there and what are the reason behind this. We na they will for blame. The one they were there before they na they who they blame. You know, because I believe say they get all what it takes for more we do well. That man, a well mature, that man where in don't see what thing they go on before they where they need for adjust to themselves frontly. What you see before, like it make insane they alter that kind of word day. You know, they don't see what thing they happen and in don't know what we don't know. We make it alter that word day. They say you will know what in the inside us, now they talk what in the inside us. Not all the way they do. So in don't see something they will make they use that word day. And I believe say if they try to adjust themselves, would they do well?
Football gets in your magic. What now football in your magic? The coach, minister of sport, team manager, not the team manager. Coach, now get the team. But now, Salon, the coach get your own team, the minister get your own team, the team manager get your own team. That is the number 1 time with the one now we pass Salon football.
Reporting for Slick TV, me na last na Koma.
This night discussion where we might take maybe William Stars go play the next matches in the World Cup qualifiers, which we get a similar chance for even qualify, but plenty Sierra Leone might not even believe with qualification. Plenty thank you to Alaji Mansare who helped me push the program, but we get a lot of other segments where they can. But first, let me take health tip from Geneva Samura.
Today on health tip, we want to talk about how we will take proper care of we eye. We are in our important partner with body, so we for try and protect them at all cost. Let we look at in the way we can do we can affect we eye and how we go able for take proper care of we eye. Number 1, left for rub your eye with dirty hand. If you rub your eye with dirty hand, you go get eye infection. So always wash your hand first, clean one before you touch your eye. Avoid for take too long on your phone or your computer screen because the screen light go damage your eye. So if you dey walk long na your screen, try for go dey look na the other side every 20 minutes for let you rest your eye. Number 3, use sunglasses if the sun warm. When the sun warm, it go damage your eye. So always use sunglasses. If you dey go outside dust dey, ensure say you go with your sunglasses. This go prevent your eye from get infected by the dust wey dey na the environment outside you dey go. Number 4, eat plenty vegetable and fruits. Vegetables like carrots and green leaf good for your eye because dem get the vitamin A wey the eye need. Number 5, drink water regularly. Water dey help for keep your body and your eye moist. It dey protect your body and make sure say your eye hydrated. Number 6, go see your doctor if you notice say your eye dey act, scratch or dey pull water. No wait till your eye get big problem before you go see doctor. As soon as you notice dem sign dem dey, na for go see doctor wante. Finally, ensure say you dey get good sleep because good sleep dey make your eye rest and your body relax, and that dey go help you for let you able use am the other day. So let we continue for take good care of your eye so we go able to see clearly and we eye go protect we in return. Let we continue for stay safe and stay healthy.
Up next, we definitely will go to the corner, but before we take you to the corner, they'll bring to you we travel update for Friday. So, inside we travel update today, Aska Airline flight KP023 go depart from Banjul, stopping in Freetown at 8:05 a.m. and Accra, and final arrive in Lomé at 8:45 a.m. At 1 p.m., Aska Airline flight KP042 will take off from Lomé, stopping in Freetown at 3:55 p.m. and arriving at Banjul at 4:35 p.m. Also, at 1 p.m., Aska Airline flight KP040 will depart from Accra and head to Freetown at 1:30 p.m. Brussels Airline flight SN241 will take off from Freetown, make a stop in Monrovia and land in Brussels at 7:55 p.m. At 2:30 p.m., Kenya Airways flight KQ510-11 will depart from Nairobi, stop in Accra at 5:30 p.m. and arrive in Freetown at 6:30 p.m. This flight will then head back to Accra and return to Nairobi at 4 p.m. Air Senegal flight HC213-4 will leave Dakar, arrive in Banjul at 6:55 p.m. and continue to Freetown at 7:50 p.m. Finally, at 8 p.m., Air Peace flight P4760-1 will depart from Freetown to Lagos, arriving at 11 p.m. with a final arrive at 11:40 p.m. These all for travel schedules, one for which you save flight. Now let me go to the corner with Slim Peasy for bringing to we all the biggest hype, all the latest happening in the entertainment world. Let me join Slim Peasy at the corner.
Yo, what's up? Well, I go by the name Slim to the Peasy, and you already know this is the corner right here on Slick TV channel 37. Boom! You don't know, we're back again, and of course when I did on this chat, it's nothing but vibes. Today again, we get lots on the list for you guys. You know, send me to go get everything and bring up computer on the table for now. With that being said, let's get right into it. So for start with, I'm going to talk about Vintage Points. We now, I would say now like a record label and a company where they into entertainment. Yes, and the person who strongly they behind this a name now Basaphonics. This is not just a brief background of Vintage Point. Before I come to Usai, make I talk about this thing. Yes, Basaphonics now a dancehall artist, and firstly now somebody will be known here that Sierra Leone Music Artists Union, if not the very first president. Anyways, only tell on this one. But with that being said, Basaphonics now somebody we don't deal in the entertainment industry for a long time, and since the United States of America, they mean to do something with this Vintage Point. I remember songs like Self-Made, who say they bring all of the big stars them now America winner salon artists them on one song. I don't know if you remember Self-Made. So with that being said, let's go further. Of course, Vintage Point don't put out the album we then call Salon Big Pass We All. And inside this album, pretty much it gets boku artists then. The likes of King Boss LA, I-Tribe, Empress P, Tasha, M2, Dallas B, Tima Hyder, Crack Twist, Don Mystic, Shady Baby, MIC, Vida, Rap G, Speedo, Aliu Melody, Tech 9, and Index. The All Day Party's very album. And guess what? This album, most of the songs them, the artists that where they pan songs they are, they're all intertwined. You get song where you will see King Boss LA and this other artist, this other artist, and this other artist. And what's the learn what's the album? Most of the songs them they talk about Salon in different ways. Even from the title, you will see say they talk about Sierra Leone in different ways. And now Vintage Point bring this album to now. Then we release them on November 28th. But for some reason, a lot of people will say something good like this stay out there right now. So if you want to update your playlist, go and check out this very album. Missy, I'm on Audio Mark, and I'm very sure with it now all of the other major streaming platforms there. Yeah? But you know what? I don't want to talk too much. I want to let me go and listen to some of the songs them inside this very album.
Vintage Point.
Yo! Peace is a responsibility for every Sierra Leone all over the world. We don't say we the go, but we don't forget to say we come out. King Boss, the peace ambassador. I try to work hard.
It's love way I don't think so. I do all I take off. Yeah, take off, take off. It's this way I don't feel so. I'm not gonna let go. I'm not gonna let go. Take off, take off. Nothing no can between the love I get for you. Take off, take off. I pledge my love and loyalty to my baby.
I ain't gonna die, go. You not grieve for me, you want to see me grow. You give me everything, mama, I'm blessed for. Me and alone, I go shake more. And I go do everything, make peace grow. And I want to say for me, no, I choose me. Yo, skin with they don't know, no go blow. They don't try all till they know they go. Peace ambassador, thanks for you be yo. We too plenty, but I'm you know. 2 years out, they not grief for me. Pain and the struggle, you was there for me. When you think about Salon, I mean, but bring peace to my Lord.
Classy, mama na cruise. That's my mama.
Let me tell you about my baby, baby, baby. Salon na my baby, baby, baby. I call her the lion, the mountain because she's so strong, full of rich inside hearts that they belong. He gets plenty diamond, gold and silver. In love they give me fever every night and day. Oh. He gets plenty diamond, not gold and silver. In love they give me fever every night and day.
Nobody find past my baby. Salon, salon. Number one, not the whole wide world. Salon, salon. Salon make me proud to my neighbors, I swear.
Forget all your worries, I beg, make you chill up. Below, bill. Tell her where you secure Diana for below. Chilo, chill. So bring you cassava, bring me petete, oh. Make we chilo, chill. This year we know the grief for nobody, oh. Free combo, get him. Just say one love. Makeni We go borrow. Bitty butter. We don't tire every day for the run. Now we come skin kitty kata. We don't tire. We don't tire. Two next give me butter. I want every conga. Nobody now go make me scatter. Cause peace not the matter. We don't tire. We don't tire. Yeah.
And moving away from that again, I want to talk about our very own Bonka Bobo Father Cross. Yes, Father Cross, we don't do one for long period of time. You know, you don't get hit songs there like Osh, BRO, something like that. And now man, the streets hold them down. Father Cross, they doing things for the streets. You know what I mean? You know, they give me good videos there. Good songs. So this time around, it decided for turn it up a notch, and I respect that. You know what I mean? We got a man currently they in a neighboring Guinea. They shoot a music video for a new song we go drop anytime soon. You know, say that December with the pan so, and everybody want for put out in best material. Tell you what, sometime at this December you want for put out the video, but probably now inside 2025. And it is alongside Junior's video Ahmed. Ahmed now sober man. You know, now man we don't work for big stars and he always deliver. Mr. Sewis, you guys don't shoot music videos, so I respect him. And I know say when they will come back to Sierra Leone, they will bring something massive. When I see the picture with Father Cross put, I'm like, Father Cross not in Africa anymore. No disrespect, but it looks really, really good. Really good. So all the best, my brother man, Father Cross. We know say we call quality material for way back home. And moving away from that, Vida Green is set to drop something new after some period of time. After I bounce back, we don't see him on several shows. You know, they kill him, they murder the stage. You know, Vida get the energy. When Vida there on stage, you know what I mean? You see fire. Like he always love for entertain the crowd and bring something way. Anytime you see that thing that you remember Vida, that's Vida for you. So Vida is set to drop a song titled Stronger, produced by Tunex. I don't know what's in the Stronger they talk about. Probably we all know say Vida will go through something where a lot of people will talk about if we get some health challenge for the longest, and people will only wonder, wow, Vida will come back to the scene, or Vida will come bac and give you the same musical or use for you from that has been the question. But she's back and now she's killing it. It's set to drop a song titled Stronger, produced by Tunex, and the song will drop on the 7th of December. Yes, it will drop soonest, alright? So, Rose as well, the main Sef, we formerly been there with KME, you know what I mean? In Sef, they drop a song we call Coconut Aid. Yes, Coconut Aid is set to drop for us by Rose. We don't know any time from now, probably the song will day out. But we only know the title and we know say the song will drop, or we not tell we when it will drop. It is titled Coconut Aid by Rose. Yep, so look out for that song day and get ready for Jam to Rap. But again, the title, what do you think about Coconut Aid? One would think about Emerson. And Emerson, what do you do with entitled Coconut Aid? I don't want to talk about it. So why Rose for title in song Coconut Aid? That's the problem. Are we demand them Rose blast for? What are Rose blast for? Or is it a song to praise the guys? What's in Rose want to talk about this song? What you call Coconut Aid? So that's not all to get further inside this episode of The Corner right here on Slick TV channel 37. So let's go over to Patrick Salia in the studios.
For Slim Peas, you get a fine for pay. For don't say, don't go back to Toby in the studio because we don't substitute boss party for today. So that'll be some very nice update from we Entertainment Corner by Slim Peasy. But before we take headlines with Lamin, I'll just bring to you Know the Law. As we've been talking to Michael David Toure, a private and legal practitioner. We've been talking maybe give some provision inside the Nicotine and Tobacco Act. Let me listen to lawyer Michael David Toure.
Good day and welcome to this edition of the program Know the Law. My name is Michael David Toye, and I'm a lawyer. Well, today I come for talk about the issue of public smoking. And this is a very important issue. We are not say we all concerned, but everyone for no what. So, me we can talk about what in the law say about public smoking. Well, inside salon, the law way they regulate public smoking at the Tobacco and Nicotine Control Act 2022. This act became into force in 2022 for ensure say tobacco use is regulated. So the lawmakers then think and fit say we need for protect with people in health and safety from them hazard them way smoking can cause. Now it make them pass this lawyer so into force. So one will ask, waiting na decide them we are for smoke, or who side na decide they were for smoke, or who side are not for smoke. Now the act say by section 22, the act say for smoke na public place them like a hospital, like a school, like a office, like a children's home them, like a other setting them where people then they go. And the act not only tap there, it provide sanction them for people where go violate then regulations there. So number one, the act say anybody where they offend na place when a public place they smoke is liable to fine of 1,000 new leons, where na 1 million old leons, or prison sentence if they convict you, prison sentence of not less than 6 months, or they can fine you and then convict you and you go serve the sentence altogether. So that one day is very important for no. Another thing we person go ask is, with this issue of push where they around, then they self go amount to smoking in a public place according to the act? Well, yes, because it only makes sense if the act, even though the act don't say na tobacco and nicotine, and people go argue say kush not contain nicotine, whether they will go left out to the experts that we know. But even though that substance they in general not regulated under the act, it only makes sense for make we infer say the act they regulate that one they also, because if the act don't say person not for smoke tobacco way in a cigarette and other thing them we get tobacco, then it only go make sense for make kush and other substance they also we not get tobacco, we not get nicotine for make smoke in a public place. So the act not only the tapianda, the act also they talk about the sale and exportation of tobacco. The Tobacco and Nicotine Control Council, na the council where the act established for ensure say the use, export, import of tobacco all regulated for inside salon. So one go ask himself also say, if this act don't say make I not smoke in a public place, who say me go able smoke now? Well, the act no ban smoking entirely. Wetin it ban na smoking na public place. So person can dey quiet one na im house, inside in house, and he engage in whatsoever smoking activity he want for engage regarding tobacco. So as long as you smoke your tobacco product inside your house and you know they disturb the other man, then that one day a day within the law, they outside the law, they broke the law. But let me say, for example, person dey in a big compound where we know say down in the case na plenty salon host them, and then that person they say, well, me I dey na me house, I want for smoke. and I dey go sit down na veranda, I dey go smoke, elect other people and they pass self inside na the compound. The smoke dey meet them, not only business. Well, the law no dey condone that one day. Then they all make up smoking in a public place because the act they talk say any side where people and dey where it be say young people and they among them and pikin and they among them and then person they smoke dey whether na you compound now whether na outside, then that smoking the way they do is illegal and you're not supposed to do it. So basically, the act come not only for ensure say we help them, the government take them into consideration, but also for ensure say the smoke where they come up and tobacco products them and nicotine products them, they regulate them because it dey cause this air pollution. We're not fine for the environment. So me famble them, I go left for now this last word. For smoke, not a good thing. Tobacco is harmful for your health. Make sure say if you smoke, you smoke responsibly. And one for say, ensure say you not broke the law. If you want for smoke inside na place, na your home, na place where you know say that you smoke they not go to stop other people there. And you know go broke the law. So till we talk back, me and Michael the Victory, and I want for left for now with this good word here. So.
Well, that's now a legal practitioner. We don't advise we on the Smoke Act. Well, I know I just have put as a Nicotine Act, but the Smoke Act. But this is something where we don't get from lawmakers, but for let's see the implementation on people where they smoke in the streets, arrest them and take them maybe under police custody. But just not been joined by Lamin. We don't join me in the studios. We can review which make the headlines. Welcome, Lamin.
Yeah, thank you very much, Toby. The Nicotine Act is a good one, by the way, and I believe say in everything what they do, we need control, right? So for law get lawmakers.
So it means say if I didn't say put out the smoke,
which is wrong.
Okay.
Every public smoking for me, I condemn them even before we come with the Nicotine Act, and I go say kudos to the legal officers and we come together and think I'm fit say other people and rights they be violated, especially with people that smoke publicly.
Well, many say now in a public place somebody they smoke, so I get to call the police on the person.
Well, actually, the police supposed to intervene even before you call, but if the police not there, then that's the case for you for using discretion. If you feel say you're right, they don't violate them, then you know say you can.
Well, I'm not sorry for all the people who are go host not So what you got for we at the headlines?
Yes, Fumble, today on the headlines, for those of we who follow news all around the country, we see a situation where we get people where they duplicate products, food products, Consumer Protection Unit, the agency really don't issue out a warning on the fake products where they're out. We don't see say too many criminals they out there. They come out with products and they seal them. This be happen to somebody we buy 2 tins of Almira lunch or meat, take them home, and at the end of the day we open them, what you may see inside na plastic and sand.
I want to ask a question.
Yes.
We get any company or any factory where they manufacture lunch or meat locally?
Well, so far, to my knowledge, none where me go call say I know of right now. But what I know now that we get dealers where they import them products there. And the mistake where most people they make now because maybe you there in traffic or you there in a rush, you there inside motor car, you decide for buy from people where they work and they sell some of them in there. So in that case, this person don't meet up in lock. Also I buy.
You know headlines.
Yes. Also I buy 2 tins of Almira lunch meat, we end up full up with sand and plastic and an unfortunate one. So the dealers actually, they come with the one there, they ask the public for the buy now, the shops them. Because if you been buy something like this in a shop,
If easily for identify the
I
shop way back.
imagine a situation so you go there with even a police.
I think this just don't be something for take into consideration. But egg, for example, I think plenty people will be victim of that. Me also not a victim. I buy 1 crate egg. Now only 5 able for survive, but then egg then they find
all
out
the
say,
rest no good.
all the rest no good, then rotten. But this is not the first time something like this don't happen in the country.
Okay.
But it's just good that there are people who are able to take the responsibility and come out to the public and put this. So this therefore deal with the Sierra Leone Consumer Protection Agency, how vigilant then go there now.
Yeah.
Maybe not this not happen, but we get plenty expired goods them where they in certain big shops, them where they tell you say now. I think the one like go buy at the shop for easily for identify say that's all I mean I can buy this product. So if I can't see something like this in something I buy for go eat, definitely I for go back to the shop. But where do you think this could take way now? Looking at the fact say the agency not able for vigilance and see this now the individual this happened to before put on at the public, it tells you say the Sierra Leone Consumer Protection Agency need for added vigilance, especially into food we they eat.
I go say there is so much more for do, then get so much work for do, like you rightly say. But in the case, I think so with the individuals them as well, this is not a lesson, so we a big message that you don't need for the buy certain products in the street. Especially when you know able to identify the person with the band. So you see say the person not get a boot, a shop, or some side way irregular they sell. So it can be anybody.
But I think this careful. I just imagine the confusion will happen in all of this, because looking at the fact say maybe I go buy from Lamin shop. Yep. Then I can open the luncheon means or the sardine. I can find out say that this day inside. Lamin self will tell me say not to me produce this good. Myself maybe I don't import this good, I don't go buy them. So where do you think we for start for trade? Because according to our reporting this news, they don't tag and say there's a criminal act where people don't start for use. And according to our report, it might be say this is somebody locally manufactured.
Well, me go say this go take we to a point also we safe as the consumers of them product there for rely on people we get tangible business points. People will not work out with them business, not to hawk them business around. You want for buy, make sure say you buy from somebody we get a shop, a table, or somewhere, you know. Let it not be somebody we just the pass in the street. You understand? So this is a lesson for we all. I believe say the criminals and Boko out there. This is December. I know plenty of people go on for live well. You know, you want for jolly. You get you small money in your pocket. You want for make sure say you and your family okay. Now waste time on them. People with criminal and they around, then get, as you can see, then get different methods them now, how for even seal them.
Trying a phone with the members say get this kind of criminal acts.
Yes, you know, say everything they upgrade right now, even the acts, the criminality instead they upgrade to this level. So people for be very vigilant.
I'm really afraid for it this Almira luncheon means now.
Well, not all the luncheon means really, I feel say get the problem. I think now the people we don't really don't invest.
But according to the person where I work able for contact and do the story with, this seal.
Of course, I will tell you for sure.
You know, say it might happen back. Say this don't be old products. Maybe it don't result to all of this.
I've been someone where don't live in different places at different times, and I will tell you one thing for sure. This is a criminal act where somebody orchestrates single-handedly, take them cans there, go in a corner, seal them up, and
can street for sell them.
Can street for sell them. So what you for begin discourage? What me feel so for begin discourage? The Sierra Leone police for begin the lookout for. Now people where they sell at the streets, especially central business district area. No.
When you go around bottom mango where you say, "Umoge bele no for drink camp, Piki no for drink camp," they don't even get any knowledge about medicine.
Okay.
But they pass on the street and sell.
Yeah, that's drug peddling also.
Yeah,
that's drug peddling, and then we also get a statement on we I believe say. It's all about enactment. We need authorities them for enact most of them statement. There, drug peddling is a crime, by the way. You're not supposed to buy drug in the street. You for go to a pharmacy with prescription and buy.
Well,
drug.
we don't live in the slum.
Yes, in any case,
we buy them.
Now we talk to people where they out there. Let them be vigilant.
Okay.
And let them be careful.
So what next we get?
So moving on to the next story, the Sierra Leone police they receive a letter from. Concerned Sierra Leoneans, as they call themselves, concerned citizens, you know, them being said and go stage a planned protest come the 10th if the ECSL, the Electoral Commission of Sierra Leone, the body responsible for organize and regulate election activity in the country, if they're not like release the disaggregated result of the 2023 June 24 elections. Imagine we're into 2024 now, they round up, they go into 2025. But then people there get themselves get aggrieved and then believe say them for contact the police because they want for stage a strike action.
Well, what do you believe? There is no peaceful protest in this part of the world, Africa to be precise.
Well, so
that is something where me believe say Africa gets a peaceful protest.
That's another case.
But I think the police be really vigilant for call. Two of the one them we say we want for stage this protest and get some word from them.
Yes.
But according to after thorough investigations, the police them can't believe say this is unlawful act.
Yes, and mind you, them people there are being Mr. Thomas Babadi and Mr. Mendy Williams. So the police be invite them, and so far the police don't hold them and they try for investigate because according to the letter we then send and the release where they out there, it's like them people there want galvanize more people for see how best then can able get a stage protest where I believe say go disrupt a lot of other public functions.
When you look at the surrounding, of ECSL, it's close to State House, so Parliament, sorry. Then it's also close to State House and it's also close to we Defense Ministry there. But take this into consideration, Lamin. For far too long now, the elections don't pass from 2023, but we get some civilians we feel aggrieved, which maybe might be say most of the aggrieved don't come up from the main opposition political party. Some of them party members raising concern over release of the data. When they believe say if the data come out, then believe say there must be some rig in the election, which in them believe. But take this into consideration. I think it's a very good step from the police. For calling on the individuals we believe say they want
to maintain public peace and security.
Yes, well I think this is something we will just look at and say, okay, let me think how to develop this nation and forge ahead for 2028. But I tell you, no matter how people fight, no matter what people get for do, one for day in a situation who say another feel confident for allowing picking for go school. And based on this news with the spread right now, if we not discourage people for believe in some of this news, I would say calm the 10, but Kukumgano Gala and picking for go school because we all know how protests don't happen around the country. So it's cause for alarming. I want to say kudos to the Sierra Leone police.
I will agree with you
for something like this. And of course, it's something where they need to do more investigation. Who knows? Maybe there are people where they behind this peaceful protest.
Because it not only affects school picking them, mind you, a lot of essential service staff them safe go free for come out there because we all don't see recent protests them how it look like, how we lost lives, properties, and all of it. Now move away from that. The Ministry of Internal Affairs, the Minister of Internal Affairs, Major General David T. Otaluva, himself don't make a statement earlier today. Usai talks Sierra Leone, one of the most peaceful and democratic states. The sub-region Africa.
The most peaceful and democratic state.
Yes, they make this statement during the launch of the National Action Plan, where then we get for the management of arms and ammunition, where we happen now the Mamba Point Hotel in Aberdeen. And myself being the part of that, and I'll be able to put a report together. Lefam will then get a view of that. Because
Affairs Minister talk this when he be launched the Sierra Leone National Action Plan for the management of arms and ammunition na Mamba Point Hotel, Aberdeen, December 5 this year. Minister Taluva carry on say the fight for control small arms and get rank to institutions them they in line with the Sustainable Development Goal 16, we in a part of the government in national agenda. A carry on for appreciate all the other partners them as he say the government go need boku money for achieve all the plans them we they inside this document for the next 5 years.
Sierra Leone's exemplary records of accomplishment as one of the most peaceful and democratic states in the sub-region positions it as a beacon of stability and resilience. As such, the insights gleaned from this launching ceremony will inform development partners and policymakers on the challenges posed by the proliferation of unregulated use of arms and ammunition, particularly within the ECOWAS region. Arms control strengthens institutions and contributing to socio-economic development This further aligns with sustainable development goals. I wonder why Peter did not talk about that. Sustainable Development Goal 16, which promotes peaceful and inclusive science and access to justice for all. My presentation will not complete if I did not show my heartfelt gratitude to those institutions and people who have supported us to have a national action plan. We owe this achievement to our able national and international donor partners, namely the MAG, the German Federation Foreign Office, and the Small Arms Survey, an accredited international research organization that was contracted to provide the technical knowledge for the development of the new National Action Plan.
Maury Momo na the chairman for the launching. Where he be the talk, he said this na one important occasion, as he said the journey will lead to this moment, but don't start years back. He talk say this document go help guide the way and manner how the country go regulate and control the use of arms and ammunition.
This journey started long ago. The first 5-year National Action Plan was developed, which was geared towards providing the direction and the pathway for the operationalization or for the operations of the Commission, which actually ended in 2016. From that time, the journey for development of a much more improved and well-articulated second aspect of the National Action Plan started. At this point, I must express sincere thanks and gratitude to all our development partners and other key stakeholders who have supported the development of this document, which will now define our pathway in securing this country, in providing the direction as to how we can control the proliferation of arms and ammunition in our society.
Mr. Sampaka na the Development Secretary na the Ministry of Planning and Economic Development. Inside his own talk, he says Salon na one of the first countries in Africa for agree to statutory document them for control the flow and use of arms and ammunition. He say the ministry always believe in collaboration with other state actors them for achieve set goals, as he say the ministry need development budget for implement them kind program here.
When in fact the ECOWAS Convention on Small Arms Ammunition was adopted, it is because of our background that we are among the first countries in West Africa to adopt that convention. We did that because we are wanted to have peace, and only peace we can survive. Whatever plan we have, Vision 2025, the Million International Development Plan 2024 to 2030, if we don't have peace, believe me, we forget it. So, as the enabler, if you look inside the enabler, it's for we as civilians to live in a peaceful atmosphere so that we can be able to develop our programs and projects in this country.
Deputy Commissioner Lieutenant Colonel Fode Luke Nendema say the document where the Commission they launched today will play a big role for control and regulate the use of small arms for the next 5 years. As he say, the Commission done the work in line with local and international instruments. It carry on for talk about the development where this document will bring, where it come to control and regulation of arms and ammunition.
The National Action Plan document was developed with support from international donor organizations. This strategic guiding document is meant to direct and regulate the operational path of the Commission. It will guide us on what needs to be done, when it should be done, and identifies responsible players within the given time frame and mandate.
Statements from other national and international partners been formed part of the event. For Slick Television, Lamin Mansari, the report from Freetown.
So now this be happen today as people where they before for regulate small arms in the country come together for launch an action plan where they for take we through the next 5 years for see how we were able for control
regulate, and even begin manufacture small arms in this country. So we imagine a situation where we get Sierra Leone where they manufacture and regulate small arms. You go able to get your small arm for your own protection. I'm not saying certainly you go one-to-one.
Well, let me know for you some. We probably deserve to get one. But I want to look at this point for describe it as one of the peaceful country in the sub-region.
It's the most peaceful and democratic.
The most peaceful.
And
one
off.
One off. So
yes.
If we go back to November 26, you want to describe that as a peaceful incident in the country. We saw plenty of people been lost their life, but one been in the country. So if we as democratically, I want to agree, say, maybe, if not 100%, but this night country where you go get the mind for make your own words, freedom of speech. We get some in this country, though you know we make them in certain areas. But forget me on ammunition. I think it's essential because within the festive season we know plenty things that way can happen. But in getting permission or for getting license is something as well for take into consideration.
Of course,
because you not just go get your small small arm and use them how you want for use them.
That is why we have the Small Arms Commission, and I think the major work now for regulate some of them in there for see how best if we did release small arms out there, we need the body where we're able to regulate them. Time after time, you need for come with them carry report. Let we see how you don't use them. Let them say you for keep them. And I believe say the November 26 where you state not just one of plenty other situations that may happen in different parts of the world. But in Sierra Leone, yeah, it can happen, but it's rare. Me and you go agree upon that. Say we know they get them kuskas here and there every day. So
we know they get some every day, but for every year we must get something for remember as an ugly incident will happen in the country. If we left even the August, I think August 8th or so, we saw we get one serious sonko as well as particularly in the eastern part of the country. But for restore peace, sanity and stability, our responsibility as citizens. We're not just for put all the burden on government. Because we believe in governance, now me and you, the form government.
Collaboration.
Yes.
Okay.
And by the way, I think one of the best government schools in this country.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, the West African Methodist College School.
That's great.
So what next we get?
That's great. They move next to the other story. Reverend Moses Kanu, where they represent the CCSL down in the fight against FGM, and they talk to man them not for keep quiet on this situation, not to because they affect them, but then have need for put them voice, for add them voice, for see how best we go able to put an end to that. He talked this inside one high profile engagement, outside and work together for end FGM, for end now the celebration where they come together. They're on the 10th celebration. And this event being organized on the 5th of December. We're not today. We're up on Brookfields Hotel. We be actually saying this is the part of the 16 days activism where women them and different women organizations.
And this is a Council of Churches.
Yes, women them come together for see how best themselves can add them voice for see how they will put an end to this act we then consider as barbaric and violent. But specifically, we've been get a reporter we've been today. And
a Felix report.
Yes.
We walk across the 16 districts. We have district coordinators and also mentors working in all the 16 districts in Sierra Leone. But there was a time when we came to realize that we cannot do it alone, and so we need partnership. We are able to join Forum Against Harmful Practices, and in this way we have been collaborating all these years, and I think we've gained so much from this kind of collaboration, and we want to continue to strengthen such collaboration, because the fight against female genital mutilation definitely not one organization will be able to do one. And for us at the CCSL, I think the point we are now is in line with what Forum Against Harmful Practice is doing. For the past 6 years, we've been engaged in community education campaign. And for now, and moving forward, we want to engage more on policy engagement. And so we are here at CCSL, we are willing to share our expertise as well as our resources as we have started doing. And so, on behalf of the General Secretary, who's not here, first I want to say congratulations to the forum. I think we are less than 5 years old in partnership, but we can say congratulations to what we have achieved so far. You know, sometimes when I think about the fight against female genital mutilations, now that we are able to speak out, we are now able to sit together with the Soviets and discuss this particular issue. I will always reflect on a late person who was once an activist. Is it Malama Samba? Is it? Alima Malama Samba, yes. Manja, yes. I think Manja. I will always reflect on her own experience when she was malhandled because of speaking against female genital mutilation. I am hopeful that this will never happen again in this nation. As I conclude, I want to call on men. I want to call on men to join the fight against female genital mutilation. Sometimes I consider us men as the silent survivors of FGM. We are silent survivors, and we are the most ignorant people on issues of female genital mutilation. We don't even know it is hurting us, and it is hurting us. I will not say the most, but it is deeply hurting us too. Okay, let's say personal net, and they hurt the one away. So I think that time we self for stand up and say no to FGM. Let us join our women. I can say they are primary.
That's now a report we reporter put together on Forum Against Harmful Practices, then 10th anniversary celebration, aside then the call on man themselves for involved for end the fight against cutting with people they're not going to refer to FGM. You know, Toby, this is serious. You know, when you think about the effect where this gets on plenty, you know, young people, and you know, then can they at a tender age most times.
Well, me, I just there against for do harm to people where maybe, you know, if some people we don't facing this, then do that to them, we don't even conscious.
Yeah.
They're at a very tender age. Yeah. But me also not somebody we believe in tradition.
Okay.
But if it don't become harmful, it's something to take into consideration as well.
Okay.
Because we don't get this discussion in this medium, which regards that everybody gets a own view towards that. I might be against some, you might be against some, but for Duam to starting picking at the age of 5, at the age of 8, at the age of 10,
or maybe even less than that.
Yes, don't face this kind of a thing. So if we man them as well, I think this is not just the responsibility of women, if we the responsibility of we as well, okay, for coming stand say, if this don't become harmful, we definitely need to stop them to women.
So you know one of the man them we go add your voice follow put an end to FGM, right?
So at the Duam now, I'd add my voice follow put an end to FGM.
Okay, that's great.
Okay.
Moving on to the next story. The Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education and the National Commission for Basic Education, New England Ville, don't publish a report to say then get the different cutoff point from different schools, them 21 schools them to be actually. And I think one of the best schools where you attend, I don't know.
I don't see we named it, I don't watch.
Okay, but so far we get a list of schools them. As I can see, FSSG self draw 21, an aggregate, and the Prince of Wales School where me attend draw 14.
Wow.
And I think interviews already there on the way as we talk, picking them the start interviews so far. And you know, say now the school system gets a different curriculum, wherein during with term you only get for seats for one school, right? Now you get
I don't know about the C government technical school. I think it's not the school with Patrick Salia attend.
Okay.
But this is not one of the school where me personally been wished for attend.
Okay.
Because when you look at school like technical, I remember during when we go SS1, we get something we call tech voc and collegiate.
Oh,
These are people who see less So, oh, maybe they don't feel better, so they're not even important for. But when you look at those people now, after 5, 6, 7 years, some of them are doing well than we don't learn skilled job. And technical is one of the school where they teach picking them skills job.
Okay.
So I think one of the school where maybe they wish for 10. Drawing 28 is encouraging, looking at the fact say nice school where maybe you consider them for be a grade B school, but doing extremely well in government exams.
All right, okay.
And I also see Vine Memorial School, themselves gets 28 within draw. And King Fahad Islamic Secondary School, 22. This is not the school within at Eastern Parts now. Baptist Secondary School, themselves get 22. Government Municipal Secondary School, King Tom, themselves draw 21. Slim Senior Secondary School, Wellington, 21. Ahmadiyya Newton Secondary School, Waterloo, themselves get 19. Peninsula Waterloo Secondary School, 20. And Muhammad Johnny Secondary School and self gets 24. So if you look at schools like the Methodist Girls High School,
with 18, right?
Yeah, these are the schools them way Kumgaden can really be stressful looking at the fact say, and the opportunity where this regime get now. I remember me late mommy as well been there in this kind of scheme for seat for 3 schools. 3 schools.
Oh, yes,
so these people have get the opportunity
yes,
for seat for 3
and
schools.
mind you, the Albert Academy itself
16
draw 16
and the Walsh
the annual
14
Walsh, and a lot more other schools them, and I hope parents go able to sort themselves out. Remember, this is not the period we come rather than they spend enough we plenty work.
So you know why we not put why they not put out we own school name?
No, I don't know. You tell me.
Because we are one of the school where we are changing you from boy to man.
Okay.
So we will definitely make an opportunity for picking them for picking them for attending the West African Methodist Colleges School.
Okay.
And by February we will celebrate a milestone. We are going to invite you definitely to be part of that.
That would be
but I
great.
think this is really good for put parents them up to speed. So someone who can lie by you again say you school picking seat for now this then go. So this is really good for we come right them for able to see and know the mark them what the schools they don't put out for interview.
Okay, that's great, and we hope that the students them will make them to the next level in their educational career, go get the best of education.
I see the wish for become teacher.
Ah, well, that could be a very good. You know, it's just that the country will fend we serve profession like that. You go say not rewarding, but trust me, a blessed profession. If you look at places like Germany, where in a modern world, you see teachers are highly paid and highly taken care of. You go no say teaching a very good profession. It is just like the side will fend we serve. Most of the teachers that we only can able bless them. We bless them all the time. But you know, financially, you look at them, it is really not easy. You know, you go look at your teacher, almost the same person we know about 10, 20 years ago, still they try for wrap up life. Even as they round up, they reach retirement age, you know, they see much difference, and it's discouraging a bit. But we know the government they doing a bit. We just hope that it go better.
Definitely.
We just hope that
so
it go better.
I want to tell you plenty thank you, Lamin, for joining me and do the headlines. Well, I want to say plenty thank you from the guys in the production, from Geneva Samora and Patrick Salia. And so everybody will don't play a very big role for bringing this show to you today. We'll continue tomorrow Friday, but before we close this nice segment to me like personally, because this night moment really get people and for appreciate people who don't do things meaningful in their life. Let me watch. We'll meet to you now from Lansana Koroma.
Dear Marian, Fancy, Oriel, Kamara, watching you grow has been our greatest joy. You are the brightest jewel in our family, and you have always brightened everyone's day. I pray that this year is filled with more happy and sunny days for you. Happy birthday, dearest, and have a wonderful day. This birthday request is coming from your parents, Mr. and Mrs. Fodebasi Kamara, aunties, uncles, grandparents, and the rest of the family. Happy birthday, dearest. Enjoy your day.
Another day to celebrate a wonderful person. Always smiling, never dull. Happy birthday to you, Sarah Campbell. As you celebrate another birthday, we pray for God's light, love, and joy to overflow in your life. And we pray for God's goodness in every aspect of your journey through life. We pray that all your secret wishes will come true. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to our incredible General Manager, Mr. Samuel Kamara. Your hard work, wisdom, and unwavering faith inspires us daily, and your humor brings so much joy to the office. May God continue to bless and guide you as you lead with excellence and grace. From all of us here at Parade Solutions, Epic Radio and Slick Television.